So we got Duress, Hollow Moonlight, Silk Wraps, and Radiant Flames. Ryan holding that out there for me to see. Thank you, Ryan. Good guy. Very helpful. Okay, so here's a little bit of the Thunder Rolls.
"3:30 in the morning, not a soul in sight. City's looking like a ghost town on a moonless summer night. Raindrops on the windshield, there's a storm moving in. He's heading back from somewhere that he never should have been. And the thunder rolls. And the thunder rolls."
There you go, guys. Hope you enjoyed that. I know I did. We'll play a little bit more of that later on our brief info breaks between rounds. So, Cody's going to be on the play here. Cody needs to get off to a very explosive start and needs to get to turn 3, turn 4 very, very quickly, so that way he can get as much damage done to Ryan as possible. Ryan needs a handful of removal spells: Crackling Dew, Forest, Wingmate Rock, Duress, Green Warden, Green Warden. Okay, so Ryan's got Wardens for days. Yeah, Log Frog, I can imagine that it is describing your day. Did the Rolling Thunder have done 2 marathon yesterday or today? Let me know. Curious. Very curious. Oh, Jerry's coming for coffee too. Okay, so we'll summon Jerry out when the coffee's done. Get him out here. Okay, so we got a Duress. So Cody has a Swift Spear, a Zergo, and 2 lands in hand. Plus the Swift Spear in hand. So, lots of stuff, lots of land. Left at 6 a.m. this morning. I was still asleep on Funky 411's couch at that time. However, we were watching the Magic World Cup, and there were 4 of us, and we all just passed out watching it. We started at 3 a.m. when it started, and we were all asleep by 4. Funky 411 and one of the other guys on Team Thunder, Frank, went to bed. Myself and Quinn got the couch and the floor. But we had a good time. We played some board games last night, played some Magic, had a lot of fun, and yeah, it was a good time. So, Ryan's going to cash in his Wooded Foothills here. I'm not sure what he's going to get, though. He does have 2 Wardens in hand, so he might go get a Canopy Vista or a Forest. Is it a Forest? Canopy Vista? I'm not sure. Oh, it's a Forest. There we go. Nice foil Forest. Beautiful. Yeah. Log Frog, that's not too fun of a drive, I don't think, at 6 a.m. Not good at all. So, Ryan's got Cody's got Navi coming in here. That's a Wild Slash off the top. He's got a land. That Wild Slash is going to take care of that Green Warden again, and that Swift Spear is going to come in for 2. Boom, boom, boom. So it looks like Ryan has a Crackling Doom, possibly 2 in his hand. So the only thing that's bad about that is his mana's not set up for it very well. Okay, so Swift Spear comes across for 2. Ryan goes down to 13. And Cody's at 18. There we go. So we have another Warden coming down. It's going to get leveled up right away before Cody can respond to it. However, it would die to a Fiery Impulse, I believe. Ryan needs to get some white mana going. White and red mana. Oh, well, that's good. Okay, Log Frog. Mr. Logan, boss man. Basically, he's the boss man. One of the three. Yeah. So Cody went and got another Cinderglade here. So we might see a dashed Zergo. We might not, depending if Cody has other tricks in his hand, like Titan Strength and other things to make it so that way he can get around the Green Warden. Warden of the first tree, not Green Warden, sorry. Warden of the first tree. What a guy. Ooh. Got a Swift Spear. Ooh, ooh. We got a dash Zergo. Mana cost 2 was paid for it. Coming in. Okay, the Warden's going to block the Abbot. Become immense. 6, 8, 10, 13. That'll do it. That'll do. That'll do. Okay. And that's exactly what Cody wanted to see there. So the reason that the Atarka Red decks, we'll come back to the commentary booth briefly. So the reason the Atarka Red decks are doing quite well right now in the format is because of all of the decks that are trying to get their mana, and they're really greedy with their mana. So decks that are playing 3, 4 colors like Ryan's deck, they pry on those and they use the fact that they're the fact that they're faster and that they're more aggressive than the other decks to be able to just kill them before they can get their mana online. And because they're playing fetch lands, they're taking extra points of damage. So realistically, right now in Standard, by turn 4, you're probably having to deal 16 to 18 damage, depending on how many fetches your opponent has made, which is a big deal right now because it just makes it that way these aggressive decks, these hyper-aggressive decks that have the combos in them, like Temur Battle Rage, Become Immense, can just happen on turn 3, turn 4. Titan Strength on turn 3 with Temur Battle Rage, and then if you can reload again the next turn to have Become Immense, Temur Battle Rage, your opponent's dead. There's not any amount of life that you can gain in 4 turns that just makes it that way. The only thing I could think that would make that possible is to have like a Frostwalker on turn 2, followed by a Feed the Clan on turn 3 with Ferocious, and then you're gaining 10 life. And then you have to do it again on turn 4. So, and then you have to hope that they don't have a target commands to respond to that to prevent you from gaining life. So, kind of a big deal, but that's why the Target Red and the Landfall decks are really doing quite well in the format, because they're just faster than a lot of the other decks. And as you saw there, Ryan was stumbling on his mana and didn't get to 4 mana, and Cody had him dead on turn 4. So, big deal. But we'll head back to the match. Got more Magic coming. They're just finishing shuffling up, and then they'll draw their cards, and we'll have another game for you guys. Land, Sorin, land, Abzan Charm, land. So I think Ryan might be able to keep this on the fact that he has Abzan Charm, lots of lands. And then the sequence of his lands will go... Oh, he doesn't have access to black. Oh, he does. He has Bloodstained. So the sequence of lands should go Wooded Foothills. Oh, he also has just a straight up black. Wooded Foothills, and then the Wooded Foothills will either fetch probably fetch a Canopy Vista to get Ryan his white mana, with a Canopy Vista. Let's see if I can predict this right, or it's just gonna be a forest. Yeah, we got a Canopy Vista. Ryan's next turn will likely be the Bloodstained Mire to potentially get a Smoldering Marsh. As Ryan looks to have a one-swipe Heath in his hand as well. Draws him Forest, so this next play should either be the Swamp or the Bloodstained Mire. Bloodstained Mire, that'll probably get a Smoldering Marsh on Ryan's turn, or on Cody's turn, and then we'll have Abzan Charm ready for turn 3, Sorin ready for turn 4, and Ryan might be dead by that point. We'll find out. Time will only tell. So that's a regular speed Zergo. Coming in hot. Hootbot, coffee's done. Come get it, I'm gonna drink it. Hootbot, the coffee is done. Okay, so we got a smoldering marsh or a swamp. It's a marsh. Call that. Ding, round 2. So Ryan now just needs a additional black source. He needs a green black source. Or a if you had another red black source, that wouldn't be too bad. Likely will just be the forest that's in his hand, or the Cinderglade. The Cinderglade doesn't get him what... Oh, he has Absent Charm. He needs to play the forest here. If he doesn't play the forest, he's going to get punished, potentially. Nope, plays the Cinderglade. Oh, we got an Air of the Wilds, so that's not too bad. Hopefully, Cody doesn't have a burn spell for it. He might. I feel like Cody's going to fetch up a Cinderglade here. Oh, gets a mountain. So we might see a Wild Slash come across, take care of that Air of the Wilds. That's going to put a big damper on Ryan's plans. As he could have held up mana to Abzan Charm something next turn. After waiting for Cody to pump it up and make it bigger. So we'll see what Cody does here. Decides to untap. He might be saving a Wild Slash for his turn to get the Prowess trigger. I'm not sure what's in his hand. He keeps it tucked up close. And it's hard to see past the vertical limits, the vertical wall. So we'll see a Cinderglade here though. Get Cody his green mana. And we could potentially see Ryan die this turn, depending on how he blocks. And depending on what Cody has. So, first things first, we got a Wild Slash for the Air of the Wilds. Yep. Prowess trigger on the Swift Spirit. It's a 2-3 now. So, this isn't going to have Ryan dead, but he is going to be taking 4 points of damage down to 12. And this is a good setup turn for Cody to put him within that striking range of the Titan Strength Temur Battle Rage combo. But Ryan does have a Absent Charm in hand, which I would really like him to see him keep the Absent Charm, but he runs out the Sorin instead. The reason I'd rather see the Absent Charm there is because Cody can deal with the creature through burn spells. He can't deal with the removal spell. He doesn't have a way to give his creatures hexproof or make them untargetable. Which is why it's preferred. 9 plus 3. Yeah. So if Cody takes care of the vampire first, he won't be able to kill Ryan this turn unless he has another land to get some part of the combo off with the Titan Strength. It'd be really nice to see what's in Cody's hand this game. Just to know what he's working with, and then we can like figure it out and go from there.
And he has a target command plus a burn spell.
Yeah. So, if he has a burn spell, I don't know why he didn't use it before attacking, because now it looks like Ryan will get to block, unless of course Cody has. But the thing is,
He has to command now.
Yeah.
He has,
Even
he has to kill Sorin, otherwise the lifelink might become a problem.
yeah. So I'm not sure where the attacks are going, if they're going to Ryan or at Sorin. So we're going to have a Titan Strength. I don't like the Titan